Sarianna Lundan. I am a professor and I hold the chair in International Management and Governance at the University of Bremen in Germany. My chapter in this volume on investment incentives deals with the location choice of multinational investors. In other words, it deals with the question of what determines where multinational firms invest and which kinds of firms are more footloose and which ones have investments that are more location bound. The literature distinguishes between 4 different motivations for foreign direct investment. These are market-seeking investment, efficiency-seeking investment, resource-seeking investment, and strategic asset-seeking investment. And each of these 4 motivations has different implications for how location-bound or footloose the investment is likely to be. Market-seeking investment, as the name implies, is investment in marketing and distribution facilities that is undertaken by multinational firms that want to enter new foreign markets or want to expand or defend their market share in those markets. These are investments that are undertaken often when contractual forms of engaging agents or distributors has failed to deliver the performance that the firm is looking for. Because these investments are tied to strategic markets and markets where the multinational firm feels that its presence is important, they are location bound to the extent that the firm is reluctant to let go of certain key markets. Efficiency-seeking investment, by contrast, is undertaken by firms that control the value chain across different stages, all of which in principle can be carried out in different locations. Here we speak of the fine slicing of the value chain, meaning that upstream activities such as design to manufacturing activities and all the way to distribution can all be separated into smaller, distinct stages, and each stage, at least in principle, can be located in a different physical location. The firm will then coordinate these flows of intermediate inputs and finally deliver products and services to the market. Efficiency-seeking investment is driven by efficiency. It's driven by cost comparisons, whether these relate to the cost of labor, particularly semi-skilled and skilled labor, or whether they relate to other cost considerations. Because of its cost-focused nature, efficiency-seeking investment is very amenable to incentive schemes. And efficiency-seeking investors are what we typically have in mind when we speak of footloose foreign investment. This is in complete contrast to the resource-seeking investors. Resource-seeking investors are looking to access resources that are scarcely available in their home markets. These are typically natural resources such as mineral deposits, oil and gas, particular agricultural and growing conditions, and so on. Because of the specificity of the resources that the firm is looking for, these investments are very location specific. Also, because of the scarcity of certain raw materials around the world, resource-seeking investors are very robust in the sense of not being particularly sensitive to poor infrastructure, poor governance, and other factors that would deter many other kinds of investors, particularly the market and efficiency-seeking investors. The final category, strategic asset-seeking investors, is also a category of investment that is quite specific as to its target and therefore its location. Asset-seeking investment can be undertaken by all kinds of firms. The motivation of it is to use mergers and acquisitions as a way to get access to a bundle of resources that is held inside another firm. This can be technological skills and the soft skills related to particular technologies. It can be market-related knowledge or even knowledge related to management and organization processes. This kind of pattern of concentration is actually typical of all of multinational investment. So when we look at the map of foreign direct investment around the world, it is still highly concentrated in a relatively small number of countries, and within those countries it is concentrated in an even smaller number of large cities. So when we speak about the location determinants of investment and how investment incentives could possibly change the location pattern of investment, we are essentially dealing with a policy question that has to work against the natural tendency of concentration of foreign investment.